What's up guys, Origin here, and we are taking a look at the Panzer Kampfwagen 4 Ausf F2, basically the variant F2. It's a medium tank, tier 2 I believe right now. Who knows if that's going to change or not. It is still beta. We're going to see its stats here. 22 tons of metal, max speed of 55 kilometers an hour, 75mm cannon. Let's take a look at the different customizations. We got your mobility upgrades here on the left, protection in the middle, and firepower on the right side. So first, mobility, tracks improvement. Replacement of worn tracks and pins, adjustment of track tension, improved tank handling and passing ability. Suspension. Improved suspension damping capacity, decrease pitch, and increase fire accuracy while in motion. Brake system increases your braking speed. Filters, which increase engine capacity, so it'd be like your air filters and oil filters. Transmission improvement, which will improve tank handling ability and decrease power loss of the transmission and final drives. Engine upgrade, engine gear train and replacement of worn engine with a new one. Camouflage, which will improve stealth in a field and decreases the detection range by enemy tanks and aviation. Add-on armor, which will increase your armor and its weight, so make it slower but tougher. Turret drive increases the smoothness of movement at turret traverse, slightly increasing its speed. The different type of ammo upgrades here allows you to do the different types of ammo in battle, so like the high explosive rounds or the armor piercing rounds. And it'll show you, if you hover over it, the amount of armor penetration it has at various ranges. So we see 10 meters, it's 105mm armor penetration, which is quite a bit. 100 meters, it drops down to 100mm. And 500 is 95, 1,000, 78, 1,500, 60, 2,000 meters, which I don't really think you'll be engaging too many people at 2 kilometers, but 44mm of penetration. And I'll just hover over these. You guys can pause the video if you want to see the different armor penetrations for these types of ammo. And now, go over here to adjustment of fire, gun calibration. Eliminates error of misalignment between the gun and the target, which improves fire accuracy. Elevation mechanism, maintenance and cleaning of the gun elevation mechanism increases its elevation speed. Gaps elimination improves pointing accuracy of the gun. And this tank has artillery support, a possibility of making a call for fire on indicated square. Just take a look at some of the details of this badass looking tank. I mean, look at the size of the barrel. It's at least half the length of the tank. Let's get a little close up going to see a little front machine gun. Now, I didn't notice when I was playing that I could use this gun. I don't know if it's possible. I know that I have read somewhere in the forums that they will be controllable. Like certain tanks will have them. I don't know if it's for all of them or what, but I didn't have a chance to play around with it too much and test if it actually worked. So you see the little front window here for the driver. The lights and stuff. It's just, these details are so awesome. Look at the wrenches down here. Bolt cutters, tanker bar. These little hatches and stuff. They just did such a good job on the details. There's a little towing cable in the back. Some chains hanging off the back end of it. Look at the details in the tracks even. I mean, it's so pretty. But I had a lot of fun with this tank. We'll go ahead and show you guys some of the gameplay I have of this. Alright, so here we are. Before we get too much into the video, I want to apologize for my sound not recording correctly during the beta. It has an issue picking up surround sound through my headset in the recording, so I have to change that. But here we are coming out of my spawn point, and I see an enemy Stug across the ravine here. He's basically just camping the spawn and shooting guys as they come out. So I put a round into him, and he gets 2 into me by the time I back up. So I'm trying to back up here and get a shot on him where he's not looking, because the Stug doesn't have a whole lot of turn radius because it doesn't have a turret. It's got about a 35-degree angle where the turret or the cannon can actually turn back and forth, but he can just rotate his whole body if he needs to, like he did. But basically just want to sneak back, put a couple rounds into him like I'm doing here, try to take him out. You see he's got a nice little critical damage on his control compartment there, so his controls will be a little bit messed up. But he gets out of range somehow. He drops down below the hill, so I couldn't see him anymore, so I decided to go forward and see if I could get a shot on him again. I'm just switching back between different ammos here. I'm not real positive on the different effects of the ammo types yet. I haven't seen a whole big difference between using the different ones, so I've mainly just stuck with the armor-piercing ones. But we coming up the hill here, we can see an enemy over the way, so I'm trying to get up a little bit and put another shots on this guy in his Stug. He doesn't see me, and I see him, so I'm going to try to put some rounds into the side of him, since the armor's generally weaker on the side. And he turns on me pretty quick here, so I wanted to take out his track, but it didn't work too fast. And tried to get another shot, but I was in the middle of reloading, so I back off for a little bit. And I'm hoping that his track is damaged enough at this point where I can go the opposite way, and he won't be able to turn and get a shot on me. He'll just be defenseless here. So I try to go up here, but I can't see him from this because it's too low. So I try to back up, go to the point which I was attacking him from originally, see if I can finish him off. And that's when I noticed there was two other guys over here coming out of their spawn, basically. So I wanted to check them out and see what was going on. So I pull up and notice I can't see shit through these trees here, so I try to get forward. And you'll notice on the bottom left, the little tank icon down there, my right track is nearly broken completely, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting up this hill. But I zoom in, I see that turret pop out, so I'm trying to put a round right into where his machine gun is sticking out, since it'll be weaker there. I get one off on him, waiting for it to reload, and I'm just like, come on, reload, 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 and then put another one into him, and then he puts one into me and kills me. I don't know where he shot me, or if that's just lucky or what, but that's the kind of stuff that happens. So here we are on to the next one. I'm driving uphill to one of these capture points, and decided to look behind me, see what's going on, make sure nobody's gonna shoot me in the back while I notice some enemies over there at Bravo Point. So I decided to zoom in and have a look and see what's going on here, and see him moving, and I notice there's a clearing right just to the right of him while I see this flak Panzer there, and I blast him and actually killed him in one shot, which I love doing. I love it when that happens. So I keep moving up this hill to get to the capture point here, and once we get on capturing it, see an enemy coming around the corner here, so I decided to help this Stug out and see what's going on. And right about here is where I notice is an enemy Panzer coming up the hill. So I started engaging with him, and I missed because, you know, the angle, I didn't have a real good angle on him, but I decided to back up a little bit and try to let them come up the hill a little way, since the Stug's there helping me, kind of set up a little ambush for these guys. And I always try to angle my armor towards them to increase the penetration due to the different angles you're at, and I learned that from watching Jingles World of Tanks videos. But so now we see a T-34's up here helping his enemy out. The Stug goes down, the other enemy Panzer went down at the same time. They killed each other. And now it's just me and a T-34, and of course, the T-34 smokes me. I don't know if that's just good luck, bad luck, you know, whatever, but that seemed to happen a lot. The Russian tanks just one-shot me. Just ridiculous. This last clip I wanted to show you is just one of the things I didn't like about this map. In the future, it won't be such a big deal because you'll have enemy bombers and higher-level planes to actually bomb out tanks that want to just sit there and camp spots. But right outside the entrance to this base, on both sides, the enemies and friendlies would just sit on top of these hills. Like, you see those guys up on top of the hill that just sit there and watch the entrances to the spawn and basically just light up anybody that comes out. I tried to get some shots on them before they end up shooting me, but I couldn't figure out where the hell my bullets were going. Like, the little white X is supposed to be your prediction of where it's headed, but a lot of times it doesn't line up with where you're actually shooting at. And see, the Panzer IV ends up putting around to me and taking me out, unfortunately. But yeah, that was one of the things I didn't like about that map, is just the weird placement of forces. But keep an eye out on the channel. I'm going to be putting out videos more frequently with the War Thunder tanks and different gameplay of each one of those, so let me know what you think.
with the comment below. Like this video, share with your friends, and I'll catch you in the next one.